When looking in the mirror, we usually only care about whether our eye color is beautiful or not. But have you ever wondered what your eye color says about you? From a scientific perspective, eyes aren't just for looking at. They are a detailed record of human migration, adaptation, and evolution that your ancestors left for you. Do you believe that eye color can bring you knowledge you've never heard of, or answer long-standing questions that had no explanation at the same time? Eye color reveals many things that will surprise you, such as how well you tolerate pain, whether your reflexes are fast or slow when playing sports, and even whether your alcohol tolerance is high or low. Forget vague fortune-telling. Today, I will use precise scientific evidence to decode the fascinating secrets hiding right inside your eyes. Let's explore your eyes with me. Brown and black eyes. What if you possess brown or black eyes? Then, I congratulate you, you stand within the ranks of over 70% of the world's population. Many people often think brown is a common color and nothing special. But science proves the opposite. You possess one of the strongest survival gene sets of the human species. Next, I will reveal 3 superpowers that dark eyes bring you. The first power is nature's permanent sunglasses. Why do people in Asia, Africa, and sunny regions usually have brown or black eyes? The answer lies in melanin. Imagine melanin is like a thick curtain. Brown or black eyes. There is a lot of melanin. This curtain is dense, helping to absorb and block most of the harsh light and toxic ultraviolet rays from the sun. Thanks to this protective layer, brown-eyed people experience less glare when out in the sun and have a reduced risk of diseases like eye cancer or macular degeneration compared to blue-eyed people. This is the reason our ancestors survived for thousands of years under the harsh tropical sun. The truth about black eyes. In reality, no one has pitch black eyes. If you look very closely under a flashlight, you will see it is an extremely dark brown. The pigment density is so high it looks black. This is the highest level of eye protection against glare. The next power is you belong to Team Fast Reflexes. This is information that very few people know, but scientists in the US, such as in a study by the University of Louisville, have found an interesting link between eye color and sports. People with brown and black eyes often have faster reflex speeds than people with light-colored eyes. The reason is that melanin is not only in the eyes but also acts as a conductor in the brain, helping the nerve signals that process images travel faster. If you find yourself good at sports, requiring instant reaction like ping pong, badminton, boxing, or simply that you are very sticky at catching mosquitoes or catching falling objects very quickly, thank your brown eyes. Your brain is programmed to handle unexpected situations better. Finally, you may get drunk faster, but don't worry yet. That is good news. It sounds strange, but eye color is related to how your body reacts to alcohol and medication. Research shows that people with dark eyes are generally more sensitive to stimulants. This means you may feel drunk faster or feel the effects of medicine faster than blue-eyed people. Why is this good news? Because your body speaks up. Sooner statistics show that brown-eyed people usually drink less alcohol and have a significantly lower rate of alcoholism compared to the light-eyed group, the group with high tolerance but easily dependent on alcohol. If you have brown or black eyes, never wish for a different eye color. You carry within you the resilience of your ancestors, healthy eyes that fear the sun less, and an extremely fast reflexive nervous system. Blue eyes. But evolution didn't stop in sunny lands. When humans migrated to places with weaker light and cold climates, the biological sunglasses layer of dark eyes gradually became redundant. It was exactly those changes that created conditions for a rare genetic mutation to appear, reducing the amount of melanin in the eyes. More light entered, and for the first time in human history, blue eyes were born. If you have blue eyes, you are truly very special. Because this is the clear trace of an evolutionary turning point. Danish scientists have found that all blue-eyed people in the world share a single common ancestor who lived near the Black Sea. In other words, if you have blue eyes, all other blue-eyed people are your distant cousins. I will tell you 3 scientific facts about your eyes. The first fact that will surprise you is your eyes are not actually blue. It sounds absurd, but it is a physical truth. In brown eyes, there is brown pigment. But in your eyes, there is absolutely no blue substance. But why are eyes blue? It is exactly the same reason why the sky is blue. Your eyes contain very little melanin, making them nearly transparent. When sunlight hits them, short wavelengths blue collide with collagen fibers in the eye and scatter back out. It is this that makes the person opposite you see the color blue. At the same time, it also explains why your eyes can change tone to grayer or bluer, depending on the lighting in the room. The struggle of photophobia. This is fact number 2. Many blue-eyed friends complain that I can't open my eyes when out in the sun, or I always have to squint. This is not a disease. This is your biological structure. If brown eyes are heavy curtains blocking light, then blue eyes are like a transparent glass window. Because of the lack of melanin to block light, the amount of light entering your eyes is many times greater than that of brown-eyed people. This causes the internal nerve cells to overload, causing glare, dazzling, and discomfort. I want to send you advice, which is never forget your sunglasses. Your eyes have a much higher risk of damage by UV rays than brown-eyed people. The final fact will reveal you belong to team strategy. If brown-eyed people are good at fast reflexes like boxing catching balls, then blue-eyed people have a completely different strength. Scientific studies have shown that light-eyed people often excel in self-paced activities. The brains of blue-eyed people tend to process information more thoroughly before making a decision, leading to the fact that the strategic thinking of blue-eyed people is very good. You will have an advantage in sports or jobs requiring calculation calmness and long-term vision, such as golf, archery, chess, or academic research activities. You don't need fast hands. You need a cool head and precision. Furthermore, there is an interesting study at the University of Pittsburgh, USA, on women giving birth, which discovered women with light-colored eyes. Blue-gray tend to tolerate pain better. They also experience less anxiety and less postpartum depression compared to the dark-eyed group. The reason is still being studied, but scientists believe the genes regulating eye color are linked to genes controlling pain sensation in the nervous system. If you have blue eyes, you might be at a slight disadvantage in harsh sunlight, but in return, nature gifted you with deep strategic thinking capabilities and excellent endurance. While brown eyes are sunglasses and blue eyes are transparent windows. But it doesn't just stop at those two colors between brown and blue. Nature also created incredibly complex color blends. Each color is a separate extreme, a different explanation for each human habitat. We can see that eye color is not random at all, and right here. I will explain these rare eye colors using scientific knowledge. Hazel eyes, brown, yellow, or chestnut. The changeling. Many people confuse hazel eyes with light brown eyes. The clearest identifying feature of hazel eyes is the color mixture. Regarding structure, hazel eyes do not have just one color. Usually the ring around the pupil will be brown or gold, while the outer edge is green or gray. Many of you wonder, this morning my eyes were brown, but out in the sun they turned green. So why do hazel eyes change color? This isn't magic. This is the phenomenon of light scattering. Hazel eyes have a moderate amount of melanin, not too little like blue eyes, not too much like brown eyes. When environmental light changes, or even when you wear a green shirt, the light reflecting onto the eyes will highlight different pigments. Therefore, hazel eyes are like a mirror reflecting your surroundings. Green eyes. The rare balance. Only about 2% of the world's population has truly green eyes. Your eyes don't have green ink. It is the result of a light addition. Blue scattering like blue eyes plus a bit of yellow pigment. Lipochrome to create green. This is the rarest of the common colors. Functionally, it sits in the middle, better sun protection than blue eyes, but still sensitive, and sees better at night than brown eyes. Amber eyes, the eyes of the predator. Many people confuse amber with hazel, but they are completely different. How to distinguish: hazel eyes are a speckled mix of many colors, brown and green, while amber eyes are a solid gold block or vibrant honey yellow. Regarding structure, amber eyes contain very little melanin. Brown-black, but contain a lot of lipochrome yellow or orange pigment. I will tell you guys an interesting fact, which is this eye color is very rare in humans but extremely common in predatory animals like wolves, eagles, and owls. Because of this, people with amber eyes often create the feeling of a very sharp and powerful gaze, even if they don't intend to do so. Gray eyes, the cloudy sky. Gray eyes are often mistaken for pale blue eyes, but their mechanism differs slightly. Gray eyes have an extremely low amount of melanin, even less than blue eyes. However, they have a denser amount of collagen in the iris. Why is it gray? Imagine blue eyes are like a clear sky, then gray eyes are like a cloudy sky. The water particles in the clouds scatter all light equally, creating a white-gray color. Similarly, the collagen structure in gray eyes scatters light strongly and evenly, creating a silver-gray or steel-gray color. Gray-eyed people are also extremely sensitive to strong light, just like blue eyes, and need to protect their eyes carefully when out in the sun. Before you run to the mirror, I need you to understand this principle. The eye and the brain are twins. When you were still an embryo in the womb, the eyes and the brain developed from the same type of tissue. Therefore, the structure of the iris is the map reflecting the structure of your brain. There are many people who often say looking at the iris can predict personality. So is this a scientific truth or just a joke? Below are the results of a famous study by Rebro University, Sweden on 428 people. Now turn on your phone flashlight, look very closely at the iris, and find if you have the features below. If you look closely at the colored part of the eye, do you see striped lines radiating from the pupil? Or small pits gaps that look like loosely woven wool? Those are called crypts iris pits. What does science say about you? If your iris has many pits and loose tissue fibers regarding personality, you tend to be a warm, affectionate, and trusting person. That makes you easily empathize with others. In relationships, you are open, like to connect and care about the emotions of everyone around you. Or when you look at the outer edge of the iris, do you see curved lines surrounding the eye like circles on water when a stone is thrown in? Or like the growth rings of a tree trunk? Those are called furrows contraction rings. If you have these clear circles, then you tend to be impulsive and act on instinct. It makes you hard to control emotions such as being too happy or too angry, showing it immediately. However, you are very fierce, dare to think and dare to do and react very quickly to situations. To explain this, science has shown these folds relate to the eye muscles contracting strongly, corresponding to a nervous system that operates powerfully and explosively. The journey to decode the secret profile of the eyes closes here. Together, we have discovered that eye color is not just outer beauty, but also retells the story of survival. Ability and adaptation of ancestors to the habitat is a signal foretelling reflex speed, alcohol tolerance, and even your innate personality through pit or ring structures. However, remember that eyes only provide the biological hardware that parents gifted. Whether you become a patient or hot-tempered person, successful or failed, largely still depends a lot on the living environment, experiences, and your own training to decide. Now is the time for a reality check. Run immediately to the mirror, turn on the light, and observe carefully, then comment down below for everyone to know. Do you belong to the fast reflex brown eye team or the strategic blue eye team? Or are you the owner of a rare eye color in the world? Does your iris have many emotional small pits or fierce circles? Thank you for following this scientific series, and don't forget to share it if you find it useful. Every video on the channel is selected and explained in an easy-to-understand way. Please like and subscribe to explore more useful things together in the upcoming videos.